The whole world of Microsoft Flight Simulator is about to receive a massive global update from what the current simulator looks right now. From new sky colors right down to 3D rocks on the runway. In this video, we are going to look at all the new amazing tech and features that Microsoft Flight Simulator has installed to make the ultimate twin of the globe a true upgrade from what we see today. Microsoft Flight Simulator will be a completely new simulator from the current Flight Sim 2020 we have today. It will be a completely separate purchase. Meanwhile, the current 2020 sim will still continue and run along side by side for many years to come with future updates. However, it won't carry all the same features and new tech that we are going to see with this new 2024 sim. Let's explore the amazing world Microsoft has in store for us for Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024, working from the top down. In the new 2024 sim, the sky will look a lot different in this sim compared to what we have currently. Asobo has been working on an all-new lighting engine that includes ray tracing, and on top of that we will see new cirrus clouds that have been added to the existing cloud set we see in the sim today. The new lighting engine simulates the sunlight and a real simulation of the real-world atmosphere, which is providing a dramatic changes in color than the 2020 sim. Taking that into the account, moving down to the ground, we will see the beauty of what the world's natural environment is. The new Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024 will display the environment in a way that we haven't seen in a flight sim ever before, and certainly not on the scale and not to this detail. In the world of Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020, the current ground is made by 2D with textures over the top. In 2024, the ground is all done by 3D with a lot of different 3D materials, including grass, rocks, and trees. Everything in the sim is 3D. This is all done with procedurally generated technology, all on top of the existing world data. The Microsoft team leaned on Azure AI for the 2020 sim. However, they've continued their partnership but really involved the tech to lean on them a lot more in the 2024 sim. Azure AI depicts every image on the area of the planet and decides if it's going to be sand or grass. Basically, whatever it is, it assigns the right material and procedurally generates it to a 3D aspect of it. In 2020, you could put and land your aircraft down anywhere. This is not going to be the case in the new 2024 sim, as now you have to take into account surface into the consideration just as you would in real world flying. To build upon the new groundbreaking environment, Asobo have created 30 different biomes for the plants, the trees, shrubs, and grass, etc. These are being automatically procedurally generated all over the planet in different parts of the world. On top of this, even as an example, the entire planet of Azure AI will even detect things as crop fields, what type of crop fields they are, and which way they are orientated. There is about 20 or 30 different types of crop fields, all realistic, simulated, and automatic. This is the level of detail that the team can do when it comes to procedural AI and making things 3D with Azure AI technology. Microsoft now with this technology are able to even use a new CFD, which is a wind flow simulations for helicopters, planes, all sorts of aircraft in the sim, which you can see moving the air around, or in this case as moving crops around. All the grass and all the trees like crops are all 3D, and they're depicted in the appropriate heights throughout the globe. When you roll the aircraft through the grass, you now will be able to see the grass getting flat, or even if the terrain is dirt, you'll see the impact of the wheels on the ground, which that will produce a more accurate 3D collision model with ground materials. When you taxi on the grass, you'll even feel the aircraft taxiing on the grass. It will feel different in a new way, not like it does in 2020 when it doesn't feel any different. All this simulation when it comes to the new flora and fauna will change with seasons. Seasons is simulated in Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024, which was a big feature that simmers were requesting in the current simulator. However, we now are seeing it in this new sim. Moving over to more ground textures, this time something a little bit different, which is oceans in 2024, also simulated in 3D. Ships and boats now look like they are riding on the waves and the ocean swell. They move with the waves, which they didn't do in the 2020 sim. In fact, Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024 has a lot lot more ships populating the oceans as part of the base sim, the Microsoft team have partnered with a new data stream provider called Spire, which provides positioning data for every ship on Earth every 30 seconds, and the team plans to make use of that. A big thank you to Pro Dev Sims for sponsoring this YouTube video. Their products enhance your current flight simulator hardware by turning your flight controls into something closer to the real thing. The team makes different add-ons for flight controls such as Honeycomb, SciTech, and Velocity over a variety of different aircraft, including Boeing, BAE, Cessna Citation, VisionJet, TBM, just to mention a few. The current add-on I'm using at the moment is the Pro Dev Sims new dual action Boeing 737 add-on for the Honeycomb Bravo, which features a detent flap and speed brakes. This really improves the immersion and realism of my flights. For Oz Flight Sim viewers, you can use this code AUSFS on checkout for a 15% discount on all Pro Dev Sim products. I'll leave a link in the description of where you can check out their page, and a big thank you to our friends over at Pro Dev Sims for sponsoring this video. Knowing now how good the world is going to look in 2024, the Microsoft and the Asobo team have taken the interaction of this new world environment and now can accumulate dirt due to the environment you are taxiing in or landing in. Dirt will actually build up on the aircraft. During the video trailer, we saw many characters walking around the globe. Microsoft did confirm, in fact, you can get out of your aircraft and walk around and explore this new amazing world that they're creating, and including in the new sim, all aircraft pre-flight checks are now done on the outside of the aircraft. This would have to be one of the biggest features that we are going to see in this sim, that you can get out and interact and walk around this new amazing world. Microsoft has partnered with a company called Humane. They have gone all out when it comes to character models to represent humankind more seriously. The team have made a huge amount of character models and clothing that is appropriate for the different regions and fit within the different biozones that we mentioned before. Hundreds of faces of actors have been scanned and able to be transformed into character models, making the world feel more alive. People can even now be seen walking on jetways and throughout airports, and now airport scenery developers can make use of this new tech for their third-party airport add-ons. Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024 will include tons of animals, much more than what we saw in 2020. The team has created a real-world coverage map of these animals, including migration paths. Landing in the bush or landing in the forest will take on a whole new meaning when you'll be able to see different animals roaming around. This just confirms some of the new features Microsoft has planned to improve the world in an amazing new global update. They've really only scratched the surface and letting us know some of the information about how the world will generate and take place. There is a lot more going on that we haven't heard or hasn't been mentioned yet that they're going to reveal in the next few months. There was even more to be mentioned from Microsoft and the Asobo teams at this Flight Sim Expo in other interviews, and also what was talked about in their presentation. We will have some more detailed videos coming out that dissects some of this information. So subscribe to the channel to see more Flight Sim 2024 news and content here on the channel. Let us know in the comments below, what are you most excited to see in the sim about this amazing world environment upgrade we're about to see, and we look forward to reading those comments, and we'll see you in another video real soon.